Welcome guys to this midweek special video. You guys have asked us the questions in regarding the internet and how Starlink's been going. Look, we've tried everything in the last 2.5 years or a bit more now on the road. We've tried the for.Go. We've tried the all-directional sort of internet box thing as well.
Good old RV Wi-Fi.
Oh, and with the RV Wi-Fi as well. Unfortunately, we don't have the for.Go anymore, so I can't really, but for.Go actually didn't work too bad, but for.Go needed signal to boost signal. So that didn't quite, it helped us a bit, but as we started traveling, we want to get more remote, we want to try and save more money, and we think we've got it. Now also, what we'll ask you to do is stay tuned to the end of this video, because when we made this video, there's been a couple of changes actually. So what we've been doing is we've been testing out this Starlink along the road, and it's taken us a while to build this video, but old Elon Musk has really stepped his game up. So stay tuned to the end of the video. Also, there's a bit of a price change on the gear, and also we've got something exciting to share with you for Starling that we've teamed up with. We'd love to show you that, so stay tuned for that. Got our hands on Starlink, guys. This has been in our checkout box on Starlink's website for a while now, and the reason why we haven't got it yet is because we went up to Cape York. Now it's not working as far as Cape York yet. When we returned from Cape York, it's actually switched on all the way now to Cairns, which is pretty cool, because it used to be just up to Bundaberg, then it went Townsville and went up to Cairns, and it's sort of like a line sort of down Geraldton on the WA coast. It's getting better and better and better every sort of month, but on the way down we decided to click checkout and pay for it. So the hardware is $924, and it got delivered in 4 days, which I found was pretty impressive, to be fair. I thought it was going to take about 2 weeks to get the hardware. What's in the hardware? The reason why we haven't done an unbox is because we're out here and we've actually been testing it, and yeah, can't wait to share some results with you with that. But hardware, you get the little satellite dish. Now it's not that big, you know, I don't know, I don't have a tape measure out, but you know, that's all right. But
we'll have a look how big it is,
yeah,
relative to you.
And this is like a steel base, so it's, you know, the wind doesn't blow it over. But that is a motorized dish, so once you plug it in, it does its thing, finds a satellite. It's actually been in that direction since we've been here, yeah. Then also you get
we've been here 4 days, yeah?
Yeah, about 4 days now. You get this, I think it's about 30 meters of this cable. Now, unfortunately, this is not a 12-volt system yet. I'm pretty sure hopefully in the next 6 months, the old Elon Musk can bring out a 12-volt system, because not everyone can run an inverter in.
So Elon, if you're watching.
Yeah. How it works is it powers the modem, which I'll show you in a minute, and this actually powers this. So I've already looked up a bit of if there was a way to do a 12-volt system on the Starlink, and there is, but to be honest with you, my technology is nowhere up to do that. So we're fortunate enough to be able to run the inverter in the caravan with 600 amps of lithium. This, you know, draws, I don't know, it fluctuates. I can't even really give you, it doesn't just draw 60 watts, 100 watts, but I think it ranges between 60 and sort of 100 watts to power this system. Now I forgot to mention one thing. This is the RV version for Starlink. You get residential, I believe it's commercial, and I believe it's even marine. So if you had a boat, you could also put this on a boat. So that's the hardware, was $924. Oh, let's show you the modem quickly. So guys, this is the modem that you get with it for $924. Now this powers into, we've just got it outside because I don't really want to run cables into the windows, because then you can't close them. But hang on, I've just powered it through that power point.
Bum, bum.
And the modem just sits outside, to be honest, and so far it's been all right. Like I said, once the 12-volt system maybe comes out, people come up with the ways to go through a caravan, that'll be pretty good. Guys, I moved inside, hopefully you can see this now. So that's a Starlink app, right? I'm going to run a speed test for you. Let me just switch internet here, because I'm gonna compare this in a second. Just let me connect to the Starlink. There you go, I've connected. Let's just have a look here quickly. Okay, so that's when you go, it's online, and that's your sort of dashboard on the app. Now I hit a speed run test. Let's let it do its thing. Right, here we go. That is a live speed test as we're speaking where we're standing. There you go, 127 megs per second download, and then just underneath here you'll see an upload speed. Now look, the upload speeds are not as great, but 25 megs per second upload speed, I've never got that before. And yesterday when I uploaded a YouTube video to YouTube, it took 20 minutes. So normally it takes an hour or two. And Sue's Zoom calling is working. So that's the main thing for us. Now we've got another one of these internet booster all directional units. I've got it up outside. I'll go outside and show you that I am actually doing it. I don't want to show you who it is, but I'm connected to it now, and guys, we're about 25 minutes outside Proserpine, about 40 minutes from Airlie Beach, so you would think that this thing would actually pick it up. And if I go onto the internet, no internet. So the reason why we got Starling is because of that, guys. Yeah, the all directional just wasn't quite doing it for us, to be honest. Here it is out here. It's set up there, it's as tall as I can get it. Just absolutely no internet coming through that. Now what we're going to do is we're actually leaving this camp today, and we're heading even further west from Airlie Beach. We're going to another superb camp. So what I thought about doing is we've done a speed test here. Never been to this camp that we're going to before, hand on heart. We're going to wrap this up here, and then we're going to go over there and we're going to do the exact same test over there. Right guys, we're at our second destination, Bowen River, with the Starling comparison. We said we're going to throw a couple of comparisons in this video. So what I've got here behind me, hang on, I've got the Starling out here, and you can see that's pointing just above those trees there. So we have a few trees here, but also I'd like to add, I do have a little bit of length left on my cable. There's most probably another 10 meters there, so I could possibly even move that sort of, I don't know, over here. But in saying that, also got the all directional internet up there, and it's all plugged in. So it's going to pop inside because the glare on everything I can't really do. So we'll jump inside and we're going to do a little comparison test, see if we get Telstra, and check the Starlink. We'll check speeds as well. I was going to record inside, but Sue's gone and sprayed for the flies. Anyway, so I am currently connected on the Starlink, and I'm going to do a Starlink run. So
Speed test.
Speed test, can you see? It says online.
Yep, perfect.
Alright, I'm going to do a speed test run. Even with those trees, we're getting 100 and call it average of 100 and more, so 163 megs per second. Upload speed's just doing its thing. 18 megabytes per second. Right, now let me swap over to the all directional one.
What's it called? An all directional
internet thing. So the box you can turn. So it's supposed to be better than for.Or Go. So yeah, so let's have a look here quickly. If I can get Telstra. I can't even pick up Telstra with it. Because to do a speed test run in it, I've got to go onto the internet. I don't have an app. The Starlink's got its own speed thing in it. And yeah, I can't even load it. Alright guys, so this is our third stop to try out our internet. So where we've been at Proserpine, Bowen River, and now we're I don't even know where we are. We're only about 40 minutes from Airlie Beach. So you come out of Airlie Beach down to Proserpine, you come down past the airport, you turn in, you drive about 20 k's inland. If Sue can just swing around, there's not a lot of hills in our way here. I pointed the all directional internet in the direction I think is the best. Now Proserpine, Airlie Beach is all that way, and we've got it powered on. I'm going to flip over now and show you. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting anything. Safari cannot open this thing. Right. So again, that's 3 out of 3 that all directionals let us down. Now,
but there's no reception here, not one bar.
There's no reception as well. When you go to the top of the property,
I get 3G Optus, and I think you get a bit of Telstra. So we're at the back of the property, but that doesn't matter because this is where we camp. Now, yeah, so now what I'll do is I'll change over to Starlink. Gotta go into settings, just choose the internet. Hang on a minute. Okay, just bear with me a sec. I just gotta make sure that we are, yeah. So Starlink online and do a speed test run. There you go, 108 megabytes per second. That's pretty fast. Now you must probably be thinking, why? It's 6 o'clock at night, people on the internet, it does slow things down like you would do in town, on your phone, people at home. And also, come around this way, Sue. We have had it now, we watched Bathurst yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
We streamed it on KO. I won't lie to you, it did drop out now and then, but it drops out for about 5 seconds. And come around this way. That is, and you can see why it's dropped out, but for us, it's perfect.
So the reason it dropped out is because
of that. So it does work. It drops out, and guys, it's 5
maybe
seconds
10.
at a time yesterday, but I don't have to go back in and reconnect. It just does its little thinking bar, and bang, it was straight on. We watched Bathurst for 6.5 hours yesterday on this, and when it's streaming, it's like in 4K. It's not like blurry or anything because we're out here, the internet's slow. 100% we watched the whole thing. I streamed movies last night when I went to bed, no dramas whatsoever. So for us, Starlink is it's gonna get us places, I reckon. Because if it wasn't for Starlink, we would only be able to camp here on a weekend, and then we would have to go, and this is where the whole thing comes in. I'd have to go into town, pay for a caravan park. Caravan parks are ranging anywhere between $45 and $60 a night for 2 adults. I didn't pay all this money for this van to go and sit inside a town. I want to be out here and live in the dream.
So guys, straight off the bat, I mentioned there was $924 for the Starlink, the hardware. Well, it's on special now for $450, I believe, until the end of this year. So if you're interested in Starlink, now's the time to jump. I'm not affiliated with that. That is on the Starlink app. I'm not by any means part of or trying to sell you Starlink. If you've enjoyed this and it's something you want to get, hop on, you know, half price. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. But another thing I want to show you quickly is there's been an update on the map. Let's go on the map. I've got some exciting news for this one, and I'll tell you, I'm excited about this. So old Elon Musk has sped up the process, and the whole of Australia now is in blue. So, in other words, Starlink is available in the whole of Australia and Tasmania. So that is an absolute bonus for us. So that's the changes that's happened there. But guys, as you can see, Starlink is so far working for us. Like, we've had it now for, I mean, we made that video a fair few weeks back, and we're still using it, and we can't fault it at all. Like, it just works, it gets us more remote, and that's what we were looking for. Follow us, we'll keep you an update on the Starlink, where we go, if it's working or not. Hit the subscribe button below, and that way you can follow our journey every Sunday. And the last thing, guys, we've teamed up with Outcamp. Now Starlink do a hard case bag. Don't think it's cheap. I think it's like $300 and something. Now, I mean, that is an option, but these guys have made it. Outcamp, look at that, made in Australia. How good is that? Supporting local small businesses. They actually do a heap of gear on their website, chainsaw bags, etc. But you know, for us, it was all about this, and I'll show you. I don't have the Starlink in here because we got it actually open up, but it's made out of like a PVC waterproof bag, which is great as well. Nice heavy duty zips, you know.
Good quality.
Good quality this is. And it's actually big enough for the Starlink. Now, you must probably thinking it's not really cushioned. I didn't know that I was supposed to keep, when you get the Starlink RV, it comes in a box, and there's 2 hard cover pieces inside the box that the Starlink actually comes in. You know, you can keep that. That's what you're actually supposed to do. That fits in here, and that way it's got the hard protected cover. But all we do is allow the Starlink down on its face, and I roll the cable up onto the stand bar, and the stand fits perfectly over it, and the modem fits in here, and it actually zips up closed. And what we do there, so once we zip it up, look, it's nice solid zips. I'm telling you, this is not a bad thing. We literally, I pass it to Sue, and that's how it is. I pass it to Sue, and we store it on the floor, nice and flat. And then when we arrive at our next camp, it's the first thing that goes out, and we set it up. Now, if you guys jump on and if you're interested, we're actually got a discount code for you from our camp. You use I'll put it up here, and I'll put in the description. Just vanning it on your checkout, and you get your 7% off. Guys, I don't think it's I think they're $90 for the bag. I mean, you supporting small businesses in Australia as well, so I don't think that's bad. You put our discount code in, they get an extra 7% off. Another thing I wanted to show you, so we don't have the awning out, and you would have seen us put the modem on the little table outside, because there's no way to really get it inside the van. Well, I've come up with something. Turn around, Sue.
Here we go.
Hang on.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
So I've got a PowerPoint next to my bed, and there it is sitting next to my bed, and what I've done is I've run it up through the window here. I'll just pull that down, and I'm still able to latch my window, and I've given myself enough. Look at that, bang, it's inside. Let's talk about the cost of it. So the RV option is $174 a month. Now I know that sounds like a lot of money. Everyone's sort of been asking us that, and they go, "Oh, that's a lot of money." Right, for us, we need that internet Monday to Friday. If we can't get internet, we have to go into a caravan park, and it can range anywhere between $35 to $70 a month for 2 adults. I understand that, yes, there's a lot of benefits that money going into caravan park. You can get water, you can power up, you can do washing, you can have a swim, but that's not us. We want to get out into the bush and experience Australia the way we want to experience it. So 2 nights in a caravan park, well, we get either $90 worth of our money back just in 2 nights. And with Starlink, we've been able to go out of off-grid a lot more, and what it does is it puts money into our pocket, and that's where we're at the moment. With the travel, with fuel, food, everything going up, we have to try and save money somewhere. So yes, it does sound like a lot of money, but also what I've heard is that if you go overseas or you stop traveling for a month, it has to be a full period month, you can actually turn the Starlink off and not pay for that month as long as it's turned off, and when you return you can start it up. But I do believe it's got to be a month at a time. It can't just be for 2 days, a week.
So if you're traveling and you go home, let's say,
Yep.
for 2 months, you can turn it off for 2 full month periods.
Yes, I do believe
and then
so.
restart it.
Yes.
So you don't pay for the months that you don't use it.
Correct.
If it's a full calendar month.
Yes. That's our opinion on it, guys. Pretty passionate about it because, like, I'm excited, but
If you have any questions, if you have any questions,
if you have any more questions in regarding this thing that we didn't touch, please drop a comment in below. Hit the subscribe button, help us out, it's free. Follow our journey that we're going to WA, we're pretty excited about that. But yeah, for myself and Sue and Bob, that's the end of this midweek special. Hope you guys have an awesome few days, and we'll see you on Sunday.